Hey there, you think I'm just going to lounge around and let you stroll by without giving a nod to my downright fabulousness? Nope, not gonna happen. I'm a Manx cat, and before you even think about saying anything, yes, I saw you peeking at my tailless derriere. How delightfully rude of you, but honestly, I totally get it because I'm truly one of the most captivating beings you'll ever have the joy of meeting. I hail from the Isle of Man, a delightful speck in the Irish Sea, snugly nestled between Britain and Ireland like a whimsical little afterthought of a map. But oh, that island has sprinkled a bit of magic on everything about me. Islands are like nature's isolation chambers, concentrating traits and letting some genetic quirks become the coolest signatures. On the Isle of Man, an amusing little mutation popped up that plays with spine development, including those fab tails. Suddenly, cats without tails were prancing around everywhere like they owned the place. We hunted and climbed stone walls and lived on farms like little furry adventurers, earning our reputation as legendary mousers. Visitors couldn't help but notice our quirky looks, and the locals beamed with pride over their one-of-a-kind cats. The Isle of Man has thrown a fabulous celebration of us as a cultural icon ever since. We strut our stuff on coins we grace masterpieces, and we embody the spirit of that vibrant island community. We are not just pets, we are living heritage. We are living proof that isolation, adaptation, and the wild whimsical chaos of genetics, which I'll unravel soon, can whip up something truly amazing. There are plenty of tall tales about how we ended up on this island. The only type of tales we've got. One version of my history spins a wild tale about Noah's Ark. Picture this, two sprightly cats racing to the door just as it was about to slam shut. By the time our humans noticed we were missing, it was already game over. We leaped onto that magnificent ark, but alas, our fabulous tails got snagged, cut off, and left to wave goodbye. Another explanation claims that in 1858 the Spanish Armada scattered itself across the Irish Sea, ships splintering, cannons sinking, sailors discovering panic. Oh, what a scene! Somewhere in that whirlpool of chaos, so the story goes, were clever little cats who had the smarts to abandon ship. Those furry adventurers who made it to the Isle of Man shook off the seawater, took a good look at their new digs, and decided to stay. Sensible choice indeed. By the early 19th century, sailors and travelers were spinning tales about fabulous felines like me. By the mid-18th century, we were whisked away from our cozy island homes as delightful curiosities. This was definitely not our plan. In 1871, a charming Manx cat strutted its stuff at the Crystal Palace Cat Show in London, and newspapers buzzed with admiration and a sprinkle of concern, which is a classic human reaction to spotting something wonderfully weird on display. Breed standards pranced into existence in the early 1900s. We went from working cats to exhibition cats in a whisker. Some of us are tailless wonders, what the cool humans call rumpies, and then there are the cheeky short tails known as stumpies. It's a wild tail party ranging from no tail at all to those adorable little stumps, and let's not forget about those dapper shortened tails. So let's dive into the quirky world of genetics. The scoop is simple. The magical instruction that makes our tails short is the star of the show. One copy gives you a Manx wonder, two copies, well that's just overkill, and nature says no way kittens, not today. Sometimes something delightful, like a charming little tail, shines brightest when it comes from just one parent. Breeders understand this. A sprinkle of uniqueness can create pure magic. Now I live with humans, which is where history takes a wild deity into a sci-fi adventure. They think they own me, but oh, what a funny little mix-up that is. I let them keep thinking they're the bosses because they spoil me with tasty treats, cozy blankets, and some seriously plush furniture. Sometimes they pull me into their zany Halloween costume shenanigans, and I can hardly keep my cool, but you know what? I adore those quirky folks anyway. They cater to my every whim, and in exchange, I serve up a delightful mix of entertainment and wild science experiments. When I send objects plummeting from surfaces, I'm not being naughty, I'm conducting a thrilling gravity test. If all goes according to plan, I get to witness the spectacular shatter and wild dance of debris across the floor. Living with a Manx is like embarking on a wild adventure filled with delightful truths. No tail. No problem. I'm a master at balancing and leaping through the air with flair and landing like a feather. Humans are constantly wowed by my acrobatics. The only real peril I encounter is their over-the-top excitement, especially when it comes to dressing me up in silly costumes. If you loved this fun tidbit about history, mythology, and the fine art of cohabiting with a legendary creature, then stick around for more. There will be more stories about cats, humans, and the long record of events. If you enjoyed this video, you can like and subscribe for more posts, because cats rule.